he going to hit you and get the ball out the back? Is he going to pass first? You don't know what that man does. Yeah.
There's a question. Would this Munster team beat the Bulls at Loftus?
The current Bulls?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah. They have a better pack. I think they have a more mature, a better pack, and a midfield that they actually know who their first team is. The Bulls, you wouldn't even know what 10 is being picked in a game like that.
Yeah.
So I think they could be.
Doing this. And who's the ref? Is it? I didn't know. I should have
the Italian guy. He's actually pretty good.
He's very good. I like him.
Yeah. With the P, Picari.
Yeah, something with a P. I can't remember.
He's good.
Or something. Yeah, he's very good.
Sometimes those European refs you feel are trigger happy, but I've watched games. I've actually enjoyed the games he's ref. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I mean,
I can't wait.
I love Munster. Munster with the original Irish team that we all knew was so good.
Yeah.
I love Peter. Actually, I mean, Sexton used to annoy me like Peter Marnie as well, but actually, I appreciate that. I would love a guy like Peter Marnie in my team.
Well, that's
he's like
for me. He's such a draw card when it comes to like a final, because he's one of those players who there are certain players that pitch up. And you look at, like, for example, if you look at some of the Ireland wins over the last couple of years, like when they beat New Zealand, and you look at some of their iconic wins.
It's always Omani.
Omani is always having an absolute blind in those sort of games.
Yeah.
So it's been like Colby,
He's the line-out threat as well. He was taking ball off Weber last game.
So I think one of the most important players for Stormers this weekend is actually Marvin Orie. I think him coming back is going to be huge for them.
If he's got his head screwed on the right way.
In the last 12 months, even for Ireland and New Zealand, I've got a lot of memories of this Peter Marnie stepping up from a ruck and like just looking at a ref, and he's so like aggressive with players, but he's actually quite understated. Like if you in interviews and stuff, like you'd never think on the field he's an absolute savage.
Yeah.
Like in an interview like last week, he's like, guess we're going to Cape Town, eh? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love him. He's such a shit house. And I think the shithousery this weekend could be quite entertaining between Marvin Orie, between Dion Ferree, between Peter Omani. I think there could be quite a lot of shithousery in and around it. And what I'm very keen
discipline's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I'm very keen to then see
we got one of the most unhinged, hot-headed oak on the field, Evan Roos. If you get under Roos' skin and Roos,
imagine if they go off team, man.
Yeah, I reckon that could be Peter Omani's job. It's literally like, right, go and get that oak riled up. He does. I
don't think Roos knows how to hold himself yet. I don't think he actually can. I think if he gets him, right, he's going to throw a punch or tombstone you or kick you in the balls or something like. He's too unhinged.
The last couple of games, I've seen two occasions where he has had the opportunity to go and he has walked away. So I wonder if whilst he was injured, they were just sending to therapy, just saying, "We love the aggression, but just don't be dumb. Just calm down. Whoa. Once you've run him over, walk away. Like, it's not hard.
There's so many. I think as new crowd, I also get my team that often it was always too late that they would always do it, but it would always be I'm sorry sir, but it was always going to happen, and it was always I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Some people just can't hold it back,
Well, if
that would probably be a big tactic that they should do. I think in the last match they actually tried to niggle Munster, and Munster is like you cannot niggle that team. They are the masters of it with Omani there training the boys around him. I think they would have to go in like emotionless, just blank faced. Doesn't matter what you do. You can step on my foot. You can punch me in the scrum. I will not react. And you depower, I think, a lot of Munster's ability there. If you just don't go to the
but there's a lot of. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on. I've got a few friends that are like hell bent on. I'm the same. Coaching is a lot. Is it the players you got and the players in the field that make you, or do you coach a team into something? But you could see the coaching in Munsters compared to 12 months ago and what's happening, and it's the culture. And I mean, there's something I did. I mean, maybe I'm doing a bit of a disservice to Munster because some of their stats are how I was like they have been playing well. I think maybe I do have my blue and white hoops glasses on, but. They've been playing. I've enjoyed. A year ago, Munster were terrible. I just remember, like I wouldn't watch them. But now I would actually sit down and watch a Munster game, no problem.
Yeah,
And that's great. That's good.
Well, I think it's gonna be a very cool final. I think also especially apparently about 2,000
Yeah,
Munster supporters who've come down, so quite cool to see that aspect of it as well. So if nothing else, it should be entertaining. And
it's also just nice to see, besides Ulster and Leinster the last 10
Yeah.
years, it's just nice to see them up there now.
Even if the Stormers don't win it, just to have that change in.
I would I'd rather it be Munster than actually anyone else in that top 8. That if you are going to lose this weekend, I'd rather it be Munster than any of the other top 8 that made it.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Mostly because they won't hold it over everyone except Leinster. They'll just be like at Leinster.
Yeah, they'll leave you alone. You'll be out the firing line. So right. Well, as always, we'll be live for that match. It will be myself on Saturday evening, and we'll have a lot of build up to that as well. So make sure you come and join us for that. Should be a really, really cool weekend of sport. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me as always. And Chris, hopefully you made us a bit of money over the weekend because the rand is
bring home the bacon.
The rand is plummeting at the moment, so we need it. That salary cap is basically actually going to be backwards by the time we get to October. It's going to be nothing.
Well, I wasn't. I heard the feedback, Stevie. We've been hitting them as little 50-50s. I can see I've gone for it this weekend. I've gone for the bacon. Gone for the bacon and bacon sandwich, avocado sandwich. We're going for it.
There you go.
They get two of them. They're all going to win, and we're going to be smiling, and it'll be good.
Well, you heard it, Jeff, first. Jeff, thank you very much. Enjoy the weekend of rugby. To everybody else, please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We had asked earlier if the Stormers are going to win, and 83% of people believe that they are. We also said, do you miss Newlands? Another poll, and I think 53% saying no, they don't actually really miss Newlands. So pretty close that one, to be fair. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you guys tomorrow evening for a bit of Currie Cup. I'll be live for Lions versus Western Province. It's a bit of a taster. It's basically the biggest game of Cape Town this weekend.
We didn't speak. Actually, wanted to speak. I wanted to speak about your old Frankie Horn. I watched him last week, and he is a bloody player.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
the best number 87.
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah, I know he's got noticed.
No, he's going to be phenomenal in the top 14 or the Premiership or wherever he's playing next season.
Yeah,
anyway, let's not talk about such things.
Yeah. Got to end it up with that.
Yeah, cool.
But you're not beating Province on the weekend. You can cut that out. But no, Frankie's a good player.
We're gonna hammer you guys. And that's going to be what we're going to talk about next week. I'm not going to give you your joy if you win the URC. We're just going to be talking about the Currie Cup and the fact that the Lions beat.
That's the old lady of our country.
Well, let's be fair, guys. Our teams were horse crap last Currie Cup. Both our teams have improved a lot this Currie Cup. So
at least we've won games this year. Last year was like
But you remember, you guys are basically putting up varsity cup sides at the end.
That's being generous. We basically play a Craven Week side.
Dear.
It's a mess.
It's been
right.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting back to the Currie Cup, actually.
No, it's actually been quite cool this season.
The Griffins' attitudes. I like the Griffins' attitude. And
well, look, after this weekend,
I'm going to watch the end of it now.
And after this weekend, there's basically no other rugby besides the Currie Cup. So we're all about to become Currie Cup stands for the next sort of month until the international start. Currie Cup and then under 20 start at the end of June.
Yeah. I'm sure that hopefully the fans will be interested in the final rounds and the knockouts.
Yeah,
maybe there'll be 20 people at Ellis Park for the final.
Yeah,
against Province.
Imagine that. Imagine the scenes. Dear. Right, cool. Thanks, chaps. And everybody else, we will see you guys next week, Thursday, same time, same place on the Rugby Fan Forum. A reminder, this is also available as a podcast on all your favorite platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, the works. Go and give it a listen, share it with your mates, and as always, thank you very much, and see you soon. Right, hello everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. It is a Friday evening, and it is Currie Cup time. My team, my boys, the Lions up against the Western Province this evening at Athlone Stadium. And should be quite an interesting game, actually. Obviously, the Western Province quite weak in comparison, given the fact that most of their side playing tomorrow in the URC final, which could provide an opportunity for the Lions to try and get a victory today. And they need it, because if they are to lose tonight, more or less seals kind of the campaign as done really from a Currie Cup perspective, unfortunately. So yeah, and even then, a win today does not bring certainty to anything. They still need other results to go their way and stuff. So yeah, that loss to the Bulls last week stung a lot because I thought the Lions were in it for quite a long time, and that could really come back to bite the Lions. But at the end of the day, you can only play what's in front of you, and tonight the Western Province are in front of us. So hopefully a weakened Western Province side, a pretty strong Lions side as well, busy playing for our spot in the Currie Cup. Hopefully, a couple of the big boys back, with like Marius Lowe, Franco Horn's playing. It's a very good side, very, very close to a sort of URC type side. Hopefully they will have enough to get the job done, and we can sort of really hope and continue our Currie Cup campaign and see if there's any way we can try and sneak into a bit of a playoff. Which again is unlikely. It is unlikely, but you can always, as I said, all you got to do is try and win a couple of games and see if that's going to be enough for us in the end. Probably not, but might as well have a bit of a go, shall we? So it looks like a pretty empty Atlas stadium, but obviously most of the fans will be on this side of the field. It's not a small stadium by any means, so it was always going to be quite difficult to fill it on a Friday evening, especially when you've got everybody who's busy preparing for a big URC final tomorrow night. So kind of hoping that from a Lions perspective, we kind of try to sneak out with a win here, whilst everybody's too busy focusing on the URC tomorrow, and we'll try and sort of just get a bit of a jump on them in the Currie Cup. And it's going to be quite an interesting game because Western Province, like I said, it's kind of all a bit of a fight for that fourth spot at the moment. And Western Province are currently occupying that spot. So they can't really afford to lose this game because that kind of puts everybody else back into contention for the fourth spot. So they ideally need a win, but I'll be pretty annoyed if this Lions side, which is a very strong Lions side, can't get the job done against a Western Province Currie Cup side. But yeah, how many rounds Currie Cup still to play? This is round 12 of 14. So there are 2 more weeks after this, and then it will be a playoff time. So very much get to the business end of the Currie Cup. It's the business end of the season, isn't it? Across all of Europe and stuff like that. We've got Premiership final happening tomorrow. A URC final happening tomorrow. This is the last weekend of top 14 group stages, for example. They go into their playoffs next week as well. So Super Rugby as well coming into the playoff stages, moving in as well. So as I said, it's kind of the business end for all competitions. Everything does wrap up by the end of June before we go into the international sort of season. So let's look at the teams for today, shall we? The home side is the Western Province, and if in the front row, Quentin Blatter, Scaria Ntebeni, Lee Marvin Mazabuko. So really we'll be leaning on Scaria Ntebeni to bring a lot of experience, has played for the Boxers there. RJ Smith is an exciting player, hasn't played a lot for the Stormers since sort of his injury and a couple of sort of potential almost escaping a couple of bans. He's in the second row next to Connor Evans with a very exciting young lock. Junior Pokamena, Jared Taylor Lowe now the loose trio. Got him a similar partners as Captain Jean-Luc Duplessis, Tom Now, and Novel Zwilendaba, the 2 wings. Cornell Smith and Johan de Jong in the centres. Luke Berger at full back. Off the bench, Andrew Hugo Fenter, Leon Lyons, Cornel Vielbach, George van der Vestes, and Chad Solomon, who is primarily a hooker now playing as a reserve flank. Thomas Bursey, an exciting young scrum off, Yuri Matti and Lloyd Costa. For the Lions, Ruan Dre and Lucid, PJ Buerta, Asanati and Clever Kanya in the front row. Ruben Scrum and Darren Landsberg backing them up. JC Vittoria's continuing, hopefully that good form, and he's showing the number 6 jersey. He's got Ruan Fenter and Franco Horn for company. Snedden Humber next to Gianni Lombard. Adolf van der Merwe, Baldwin Hansen, the 2 wings. Marius Yo next to Renard Jonker, Kuhn Horn at full back. Andrew Skutsia has run out first for his 50th Currie Cup appearance, although he will be making it really off the bench. And then substitutes, Morne Brandon, Reinhard Reinsberger, Ruan Smith, Reinhard Roots, Ruan Strali, Morne van den Berg, Andrew Skutsia, and Tyler Box, who I thought was pretty impressive last week. Actually showed a nice sort of this defensive side to his game, which I was quite impressed with in terms of, whenever you look at youngsters, a lot of it you kind of look and see if they are physically ready for this sort of standard rugby. And I thought that was the one thing about last week, is I felt that he showed that he is ready for this sort of level. There's a bit of crowd there. It's quite cool to see. That's good to see. Pretty much is the game of the weekend. Tomorrow, Bulls versus the Pumas should also be quite a good one. But I think in the grand scheme of things, this is probably a very much an important game. Kieran Horn with ball in hand. The Lions were playing right to left from the looks of it. And we need a good start here. We need a good start. Come on, let's get a victory. Let me go out beers after this, on a good note. It's a good kickoff as well. And it's been retained by the Lions. JC Victoria's coming away with it. As the Lions play right to left with the kickoff and have retained it. Nana Humber going to Asanate and Klabakanyu, whose legs are chopped from underneath him. I think that was by RJ Smith. The camera, we are absolutely miles away. Johnny Lombard going to Mario, so going to Kieran Horn. Straight out to Frankie Horn, who finds himself on that wing very, very often. Now Humber back inside Lombard. Good start this from the Lions. Ruben Schoolman with a nice strong carry there between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Yeah. Bit of a shuffle and so much space. Goodness me. Oh, Uncle gets to run better. Back inside Edel van der Merwe. Edel van der Merwe's going to go over. Easy as that. Dreadful defense from the Western Province. Half of them went shooting up. And Edel van der Merwe, that's what he does. That's what he does. Yeah, the perfect start there for the Lions. Wait for the replay here. But, I mean, the Storm is just, Western Province shooting up and just so much space opening up here for Reynard Jonker. He just goes in, bang, takes the hit, offloads to Ron Fent, who's got the presence of mind to go straight back inside to Edel van der Merwe, who's just going to canter over for the first try of the day. Easy work. Alright, so then Humber with kicking duties, as you'd imagine, did most of the kicking towards the latter stages of the URC after they discovered that he is a pretty impressive place kicker, so he will have the kicking duties today. Although, I tell you what, Johnny Lombard slotted a pretty impressive effort on the right against the touchline last week, so hopefully he's been putting in a lot of work. And I think that'll be the all-season goal for Johnny Lombard, is to really nail down that goal kicking. Jordan Hendrickson is going to come back from injury next season. I'm very keen to see those two really sort of battle it out for the starting position. But the perfect start for the Lions. Western Province down 7 points within the first 2 minutes. Jean-Luc Duplessis goes down the left-hand side with the restart. And it is Franco Horn underneath it. And a pretty good carry from him as well. Still going, Franco Horn. Eventually brought down about 4 or 5 meters outside the 22. So very nice carry from him. Now we're going to go to the boot here. Numbers at the very high, hasn't gone particularly far. He wants to get back up there. Nobody really going for it. So turnover ball here. Got him a similar going to Johnny Duplessis. I think it's William Darby who finds himself. That's a good tackle from Marius Lowe. So lots of momentum there back towards the 10-meter line. I think there's a knock on. In fact, Ruben Schoolman's come away with the ball. So turnover ball here for the Lions. And a penalty as well for Gardner Similar coming offside. There we go. Easy work. Dave Davies saying, 14 rounds before playoff. Lions can win here with the URC team. And Donny DeToy backing me and saying going to the Lions. The things you love to see. Alright, so Lions now finding touch halfway between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Yes, Reza, pigs can fly and we are winning, so, it's who would have thought? Who would have thought? And we won the line as well, so miracles happening all over the place, yeah. But a knock on, as I said, just when you think we can have nice things, something happens and then, normality is restored. Alright, so we're going to have our first scrum of the day, and this should be quite an interesting thing. I mean, this is really an area where the Lions should be looking to try and dominate. Asanate and Klabakanyu just anchoring that scrum. Bura Andre, who's playing at Lucet today, should really have an opportunity to have a go here. Streamlock capped as Bura Andre, so you expect this to be an area where the Lions should dominate. I say should because it's the Lions, and we never do what we should do. Right, first scrum of the day. Let's see. This is the Western Province ball. Pretty solid over here. Bit of a second shove. Gone down, but it is available. We're going to have a reset here.
With the South African team, especially Currie Cup, the scrums are always a big challenge. See the blue team stepping up and set up with from shots or wrist balls, want to get that ball in and out, quickly, get it downfield. Trying to strong back a big neck.
Yeah, we had to move the scrum because the pitch is being cut up a little bit, which is not completely surprising. Given the fact that it is not primarily used for rugby. Penalty for the Western Province, actually. That's a pretty big win for them. Frustrating from the Lions. And you can see a bit of a wry smile there from PJ Buerta. Pretty high up there, both Rodandrea and Imam Mazbuko. Good win there from RJ Smith. Pretty flat ball there for Golema Simler. And Judah Pokamela into a gap. JC Victoria is working hard to bring him down. Getting a lot of alternative angles here from the TV coverage. The score is updated as far as I can see. Yeah, we are having issues with the data provided with the time, for example. So hopefully that'll start kicking in soon. But yeah, it might take a couple of time. But yeah, it's 7-0 and a penalty through the lines as well. Very slow sort of pace to the game so far. Johnny Lombard looking to find touch. He's found decent touch finder, not the best, but it's just shy of the halfway line. And ball straight over the top, and it's falling back towards Nahamba, and now falling straight, but things come off the Western Province players. I think it's a knock-on advantage. No, Ruan Dre's come away with it. And it was a blow the whistle. I think it was 2 knocks there. I think the first knock coming from Western Province. No, it will be skewed from the line out, because who would have thought a line out from the Lions and PJ Buerta is involved, and it's gone terribly.
The ball bounces in an even fashion. Inevitably, it bounces around one direction. That's with the Ghana on the right wing. That's a lonely figure at the moment. Just him on the right side, just the right side as things stand at the moment. He's got an extra man. He's just edging his way out to make sure there's a 4-4. That ball goes wide, but it's a very good scrum.
Who knows what's going on here? So West Province have broken away with the Golema Simler. Throws a long ball out towards the wing, and it's been knocked on. So far, not particularly impressed with the standard of rugby here. Also, can't really hear anything from the field, so it's very difficult to sort of understand exactly what's cooking. But they had a penalty advantage, so they are going to go back. So the one area which I said the Lions should dominate, they're not dominating. So that's pretty... That bodes well for Western Province, because you, as I said, you really think that they should dominate the scrums with the Lions, given the pack that they've got. But not so far the case. And Johnny Duplessis decides to turn down the points, and he's going to kick for poles. Short line out there. West Province go into Benny, controlling things at the back. Not getting too much sense. You've got similar. Will use it. Goes short to Jean de Jong. Western Province about 10 meters out. So the tackle Connor Evans banging in the offload away. Decent carry there from Quentin Blosser. This time Junior Pocamela. Quick ball for Godwin similar. They've got numbers here. Corner Smith going himself. Now RJ Smith, big tackle on him. Quite a few phases here for Western Province. Connor Evans, JC Pretorius, and PJ Boerter making the tackle there. Now going on the left-hand side. They've got numbers here. They've got numbers. Duplessis decides to put in the kick, and Lombard has intercepted, given away to Q and Horn. His first touch of the game since the kickoff there. Pretty good turnover there from the line. That's whipped up quite nicely, actually. Now Nahamba with the clearance. Doesn't find touch. And kept inside by Luke Berger. So it's probably with a bit more ball in hand here. Similar going short to Duplessis, going to Scaran to Benny. Penalty advantage for Western Province. I think we're on Fenta offside. Then long pass out wide. And a good cat tackle there on Jean de Jong. He's been bundled out. In fact, that is not Jean de Jong. There's been a change over here. Busy looking at that because that number 13 definitely John de Jong's trying to find a work out what the change is.
Well, sometimes you're going to say to yourself, well, what's the difference? What is the difference? Yes, it's easier to kick this, but it's going to kick and go. He's going once again for the...
Yeah, Jean Duplessis not going and opting once again against the points. He reckons he can get more out of this.
So one must remember too that this field in particular has got very small indoor area. It's designed originally.
Alright, so that one to touch. Going to Benny, goes to the front of the line, and they have set more. We're busy working with the beating camera crew. Yeah, Lions very much trying to shove it towards the left hand side and try and put it out, but Storm is doing. West Province doing well to keep it in. They're trying to sort of go through. It's all sort of broken apart. It's gotten down. No penalty advantage or anything like that. So legally brought down by the Lions. No, never mind penalty. All right, once again, Lions haven't tried to compete just yet. Scaran to bend the ball in hand. Connor Evans and RJ Smith, the two targets, likely targets. They do go to Connor Evans. Big shove there from the Lions initially. Trying to put them right up against the touchline. As it's used, comes back inside. So Jean de Jong is on, by the way, so it looks like it's a change. So he's gone to inside centre. Similar. Just short here. Pick up and go. And short apparently is the core, although I'm pretty sure it's over and held up. Yep, held up. Very good defense. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Right, so we'll be goal line dropout here. Right, restart goes to the middle. Johnny Duplessis goes to low now. On the left-hand side, bit of space opening up here for Johnny Duplessis. He's getting quite involved here. We'll see who it is. We are very far away from the action at the moment. Right, fired out wide. Big tackle coming on Luke Berger there. Back on the inside, yeah. So West Brom is all ball over here. 7 phases they're gone, but nothing to show for it so far in the first 20 minutes. Got him a similar going on the left-hand side. Duplessis, good inside in offload, but ripped in the tackle by Ruben Scrum. Turnover ball here. Now could do a bit of a counter-attack. Reynard Jonker going himself. Running himself a bit of trouble. Brought down just inside the 22. Guys, can we just kick this like long here? Let's just get out of our half. He goes back to Kieran in the pocket. Kieran fires it down and half down right against the touchline. Oh, it's a bit of a miss there. But Berger's kept it inside. Goes inside to Jean-Luc Duplessis. Now it goes high. Quite a few chases there. Kieran they're going up, bringing it down brilliantly. But turnover, I'm not convinced about that because I think he had the ball there and Enoch van der Merwe just marking it. For what? Penalty for what, AJ? Kuhnhorn went into the ruck with the ball. Tackler not rolling away. How is he the tackler? He's the tackled. No man, AJ Jacobs, wake up.
I think there's a mental aspect to that as well. You know, when you decide 2-3 times, I think it's that they've decided not to kick it well, and you don't achieve your objective, you know. Maybe sort of there's a mental side to that.
No man, come on, AJ. Sort your rubbish out, yeah.
Let's take the 3 points. Let's get on to it. You know, let's fight the battle there. And also the limits line. Try to stop the ball instead. Obviously, they're so close. They have an opportunity. I must say the Lions have that team and defended pretty well after.
Right, once again, Storm is back inside the Lions territory. The Lions are having to do a lot of defending early on. 70% so far possession for the Western Province. They're once again going into the maul, which hasn't been particularly successful for them. Once again, not getting too much from the maul. Got him a similar try and take it. Does it manage to bring it out? Jean de Jong back on the inside. And similar back to Connor Evans. Had to be wary of Scurry and Tabeni, who was in his way. Popping up now to Connor Smith. Loose ball from a similar. Pops it to Quenzo Blosser. Big tackle on him as well. And turnover ball here. Turnover ball. Yeah, it is turnover ball. Once again, really good work on the Lions to defend that and turn the ball over when they need it. Nahambo right against touchline. Goes to Lombard. And Lombard's just trying to find touch here. Not his best touch finder. So still not out the woods yet.
Come back now, but potential definitely potential.
And Thomas this time not going for the maul. They're bringing it to Jean de Jong. Jean de Jong. Brought down. Stormers West Brom within 5. Connor Smith making a meter or 2. Maurice Lowe trying to get over that ball. On him similar. Look, he has a lot of options. Goes to Connor Evans. Big tackle on him. He had RJ Smith behind and the 2 locks bashing it up. Ball available now. We've got him similar. Nice good tackle coming as well on Jared Taylor now. Pick up and go from the Western Province. And there's somebody over that ball. Somebody's over that ball. But it eventually has to be released. Short once again from the Western Province. Ball gets transferred up. Got him a similar. Weighing up his options. Jean Duplessis, a bit of a run up. And it's still going to be short. This is brilliant defense. Connor Smith. He's short once again. In fact, that's a few meters. Not got him a similar. Throws the wide pass out. And eventually it's going to come. Eventually it's going to come. It had to come. So when Derby goes over, so many options there. So many carries. That the Lions are just being brought in closer and closer to the ruck. And then throws out the long pass out. Got him a similar. Well, it's an impressive defensive effort there from the Lions, to be honest. It was always kind of, I think you kind of felt like it was coming.
Absolutely. I just think that this whole rugby season, we've seen too little of that. So we've seen this type of situation. Should be where, there's a drive up front there. The space is always out wide. Get a pass like that.
Yeah, I see. It's just this bash up, bash up, bash up, bash up. And then the long pass out wide, as long as that's good, straight into the hands of Ndaba, and he goes over without an issue. Right, so Johnny Duplessis to try and level the scores. Very heavily strapped left knee. Right, Dion say West Forest to win 25, Lions 24. Jennifer is throwing her weight behind the Western Province. Dion saying the Stormers URC champions tomorrow. Connor reckons Munster the URC champions tomorrow. So we wait and find out which of those will be right. And meanwhile, the conversion has slipped down the right-hand side, so the Lions will remain in the lead. John De Jong under the restart. Very, very good tackle coming as well from, I think it's Reina Jonker. It is Reina Jonker. So West Province did receive the ball, but they're way back in the 22. Nice start of the tackle as well from Ruan Drea. Now Massimla looking for touch. Will not find touch. Not sure if it was touched. Gianni Lombard spots a bit of space. Wants to go himself, and he's he's busy manhandled really. Eventually, the ball is presented, so Lions do keep ball. Darren Lansberg coming in to scrum off, and Ruan Drea shifting off to Asnati and Klavakanye. Now we're going to Renat Jonker. Not convinced Western Province were on side there. And Hammer fires it out to Ruben Skuman. He's had a very good start to the game. Now Hammer to Lombard. Ruan Fenter. Good tackle on him. And penalty from AJ Jacobs. See, the problem is we got no mark on AJ Jacobs, so we can't hear what he has to say. Really, we're not really hearing the shrill of the whistle either. So he wants to have a chat here with the two captains.
I think it's an important point to note that earlier we saw an advance of 10 meters from a penalty against West Province.
Yeah, Jacob's not happy with what's being said to him. He can't really hear it, so we've got no idea whether he's got a genuine case or not.
So much at stake at the moment, should be as monitoring. Look at the state of the Currie Cup, the block positions. These teams are still in the mix. 3 games to go. That's still in the mix. This outcome today, these two teams end up in the top 4.
Good line out there, and Tomorrow's Low hit hard in the tackle, but doing very well to keep going. Tomorrow's Low, and penalty for not rolling. Quickly taken by Snare Nahamba. Snare Nahamba drifting side, needs a bit of support. It comes in the forward, Johnny Lombard. Long pass out wide. Ever fun and Merva steps inside. He's just short, and it'll be out. Oh, how we butchered that, chaps. How have we butchered that? It's a great tackle in front of Merva. That slight slip, I think, is what did him. So it's great to pair to the Western Province, and it'll be a Western Province scrum on the 5-minute line. It's not the worst idea for us in number to try and take it quickly. Almost worked out pretty well. Short line out now. The Lions do compete. And it falls back to low now. JC Vittorius trying to get over that ball. JC Vittorius, has he turned it over? I think he has, you know. That is JC Vittorius doing the business. PJ Burton now. Really good turnover there from the Lions. Nahamba now. Lombard. Oh, it's a great pass. Oh, and Kieran Horn, can you get the offload away to Baldwin Hanson? Try time. Try time, I think. Line out. No, that's boring. Boo. West Pros have gone to the front. Apparently, we can't actually see what's going on. Has he stepped out here? Even leaves the ball behind. Right, West Pros have retained possession from the line out. Colin Masimba taking his time to find the clearance. Goes to the boot. And will find touch just short of the 10-meter line. It's not out of danger yet, and I'd really like to see the Lions try and score next. Try and keep up the pressure, yeah.
Just like any rugby player, I think at this level you've got the talent to really give the opportunity and well. Eventually, it's all the better here, but so you have to talk with so that the very good strong one problem to the team between the same strong one.
JC Vittorius receiving treatment. No, this is just what we need. Just put on our best players, and I think he's done his collarbone here because it looks like his. I don't know. They're just grabbing his chest. I thought his shirt was folded up with his arm in it. We're breaking play at 26 minutes gone. Looks like a pretty nice sunset over down there in the Western Cape. 26 minutes, so 14 minutes to go. Decent crowd in on a Friday night. Good quick ball there. Ruan Fenter going strongly as well. And penalty for not rolling from the Lions. And interesting decision. The Hammer's not going to take quickly. And yeah, I think I would kick to touch here. Now we're going to go for goal. But not the worst idea. Can try and move 5 points ahead. Pretty straightforward as well. Right now, number turns straight away. Flags go up. Lions move to 10 after almost 28 minutes. What a revelation this whole Nahamba goalkeeping thing has been. Right, so the restart. Jolly Duplessis down the left-hand side once again. Franco Horn underneath it once again. Takes it well. Just outside the 22 he goes. And Ahmed to Andre, who kind of just sort of takes the knee. That's more to find the angle here. And now Nahamba will towards touch. Drive against touchline. Baldwin Hansen is giving chase, but it's a very, very good kick from him. Junior Pocket Mayor is receiving some treatment now. Feels like it's been a long half.
Now that's in the situation with personnel. It's not been an easy year, as you said. What with injuries like Brian, needs to move teams.
Oh, come on, chaps. Let's get this going. Yeah, it's a Friday evening. Want to watch some rugby? Good line of take there from Lonel. Solid carry as well. It's good. Oh, bit of a fumble then, and West Pros go back to the halfway line. Similar goes to Junior Pockabelli. Wasn't receiving some treatment. Is okay to continue. Almost similar to Duplessis. And great take from Johnny Lombard there. Really good take from him. Now we run Fenter. And this should be turnover ball here for the Western Province. It is turnover ball Western Province. That's really poor work at the rate down there from the Lions. Very amateur. And so Nahamba trying to draw a bit of a reaction. I think it was from Jared Taylor, who didn't look particularly impressed. It is what Nahamba does so well. He really likes to try and get in the face in the face of a couple of players. Try and invoke a reaction. Very good doing it, to be fair. Right, let's carry on to Beanie. Ball over the top. It's a bit of a scrappy line on. It's not straight. That's going to be a scrum for the Lions.
But that's the reality. I think that's not apparently target so kilograms around the field. What having to scrum this week, he was more just be hoping that that's just that.
Right, scrum for the Lions. West Province have got 2 penalties for if it's scrum is wheeled. And it's a penalty for the Lions this time for wheeling the scrum. So a free opportunity to clear the lines.
Thanks a lot of the kicks out of hand and then goal. 20 Lombard, so he's a competent kicker too. It's good to see someone taking the lead. He's one of those type of players.
Right, Nahamba will kick for touch. And fast touch just short of the 22. We need to try it. This game feels very dead at the moment. Just feels very, very dead. You know, it just needs something to like happen. Something to kind of spark things into it. Spark a bit of action in here. It just feels a little bit lethargic. So it literally feels like it just feels very. It's been a long week, kind of like not really there type of feel to the game. PJ Buerta. And straight over the top. He's so bad. I don't understand. He's so bad. Great tackle that from Maurice Lowe, by the way. Putting Jean-Luc Duplessis under a lot of pressure. But why is PJ Buerta so bad throwing into line out? It's the second line out we've lost. Pick up and go. Now I need to see it's another good tackle there from Maurice Lowe. And that ball's gone forward. Really, really good work from the Lions captain. Taking a bit of initiative here. Trying to really sort of up the ante, and he's trying to sort of spark something a bit. It was the right idea, I think, from Johnny Duplessis, just taking too long with the pass and then getting hammered in the tackle by Maurice Lowe. We know the scrum, yeah? Just over 6 minutes to go in the half. Going to Bernie just standing up there in the scrum. That's a much better looking scrum there. Available to Humber. Goes to Lombard. Lombard to Maurice Lowe. Maurice Lowe out to Kieran Horn. Kieran out to Ed van der Merwe. There's a space in front of him. Steps inside. Is Ed van der Merwe. Drifting around. Trying to find a bit of an opening. He's a slippery character, Ed van der Merwe. And they found space. Oh, a little tip over the top from Johnny Lombard. A bit of variation. But then a bit of a block from him. And a knock-on coming from the Western Province. And he's kicked it on again as Johnny Lombard. Another ball's popped up. And there must have been a knock-on there, but surely we go back to the other knock-on. No, we're not going back to the knock-on, apparently. So how do they get the advantage from that? Like, do we not go back to the original knock-on from the Western Province? That's what I think all the Lions players are asking. I mean, how is this advantage? So the kick over the top from Johnny Lombard. Is then a knock-on from Johnny Duplessis. Lombard, like, kicks it ahead. He never ever regathers, and he's tackled out the ball, by the way, and then apparently it's advantage over. How has he gained any advantage where we've never actually regained possession? AJ, what's plotting here? Edwin van der Merwe in space, though. Edwin, oh my goodness me. Goodness me. Look at that pace. He's so quick. He is so quick. God, I'm simply having a laugh with them as well. But goodness me, he's good. A little sit move from the lineup. Things you love to see. Pretorius to Nahamba. Oh, this bang straight through the middle. Edwin van der Merwe's got all the gas in the world. It's a hell of a dive from Edwin van der Merwe. Right, that's a bit more like it from the Lions. What we like to see. Nahamba, that looks pretty good as well. I think they could. Yep, it is all right. It is good. 3 from 3 from today, Nahamba. 17 points to 5. Big smile on his face. I think he knows that was a little bit closer than he would have liked. But look at this little move here. Just pop up from Nahamba and on that right shoulder, everyone moves straight through the middle. He's got so much gas. You're never touching him. And then the biggest dive you're going to see all Currie Cup. And there was a celebration which got him a similar decides to get involved in. Obviously, former teammate Hitler van der Merwe playing his earlier rugby for West Province. Really good take there for Frank Horn, backpedaling a bit. And now Stan Nahamba is going to go directly into touch. Finds touch on the 22. 2 minutes for the Lions to defend, and if they can do that, they'll go in with a 12-point lead, which would be a pretty good start to things. Bit of a messy line there. Masimba comes away with it, goes to John de Jong from a standing start. Jason Pretorius looking for trying. Oh dear, Landsberg's been sat down, I think, by Connor Evans. There's RJ Smith. Similar to Jim Pocamela. And I said, Jason Pretorius lurking around. Quite a few of these rucks trying to find an opportunity for him to get over the ball. Now Masimba to Duplessis. Pops it up to Paul Smith. And penalty advantage, I think, for offside. Big tackle coming from the Humber on John de Jong. And a good steal there from Jason Pretorius. So they're going to go back for the penalty. Interesting to see, tackle without the ball is the call. Or high tackle. Yeah, I think it was a tackle without the ball. So, interesting decision here for Western Province. Right in front of the pass, right on the brink of half time. A penalty, and they took it to bring it down to 9 points. So, Jean Duplessis, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't take the points. I think it's just the easy option. I think they go into the corner. No, they're going to go for the corner, I think. Yeah, they want all 7, or at least 5. So, 20 seconds left in the half, and they're going to have a go here, the Western Province. Yeah, they want more. Going to Beanie. Good take there from Connor Evans. But Lions have defended them all relatively well so far. Looks pretty well set, but still not really going forward. Now it's sort of gone down. And I think legally, yeah, no penalty advantage. I think on a similar ball is available. The clock does turn red. Now I'm similar popping it up. And Ruan Dre, a bit of a counter rug there. Penalty advantage as well for playing the scrum up. It's so stupid from him. They go short. Good defense coming from Asnad and Kabakanya, but it is penalty advantage, and I'm sure this time Duplessis will take the 3 points. Similar now. Took over the top from Duplessis. The charge down and falls back into his hands. Franco Horn is now going to try and hold him up, and they are going to successfully hold him up, so I'm sure they'll go back for the penalty here. So it's double blow there from the referee. We go back for the penalty. I'm not quite sure what it's for. I think there's 2 options there. He's asking Johnny Duplessis which one he wants. Taking out on the line. A yellow card! Oh, AJ Jacobs, you're having an absolute laugh. A yellow card. Oh, come now, man. That must be one of the softest yellows you'll see. I mean, like, slightly playing the scrum half right by the pot. It's not even like, I mean, it's in the red zone, but it's not like it definitely wasn't stopping a try score from being scored. Interesting decision here. The Lions are going to sacrifice JC Pretorius for Reynard Rainsberger. Right, so it's going to be a scrum here for the Western Province. Drew Andre has gone to the bin. Sorry, it's not a Western Province scrum. You got a card. It's a Lions yellow card. If you fix that, there we go. Lions yellow card. So they'll play the first sort of 10 minutes in the second half with 14 players. Opportunity now for Western Province. Reynald Rainsberg has been brought in cold off the bench, and his first duty is to try and make sure he puts in a big effort here at the scrum. Big scrum, your lads. Big scrum, your lads. Big shot coming from the Western Province. Ball's popped up. Penalty advantage as well. Now, long ball out wide behind. They're going to go back for a penalty. I'm pretty sure they're going to have they'll have a reset, I'm sure. Bit of scrum dominance, so I'll be very surprised if they don't call for another scrum. Yeah, Johnny Duplessis does say another scrum. Just looks very badly set at the moment. Looks very angled from that TV angle.
But it's not a major disadvantage that we're close to the middle. Western Province want a power scrum once again, don't they? Should be. That's just to open up some space for the blind side. So the Donberg is turning on wide.
Yeah, as I say, your scoreboard and game clock is not working. The scoreboard's working. I think it's taking a bit of time. The clock is an issue. Yeah, we know that the clock is an issue. Unfortunately, this is the part with the Currie Cup is that they don't have particularly good data feeds. And it's another scrum that's popped up and wheeling this time. And I mean, the penalty try. Mario Slow is going to have a chat. Yeah, he wants to have a conversation with AJ Jacobs. He's not happy with what's happening. I mean, this scrum is wheeling every single time. See, it pops up immediately. Right, half time, 12 points to 17. And yeah, a good half from the Lions. There's a lot of defending. Western Province, the young Western Province side is hanging in there. Pretty poor match so far, to be honest. You know, pretty stop-start. I mean, it's taken us almost, 50. It's taken us 15 minutes to play that half. So took a while. 2 tries apiece, 5 points the difference. And we'll see you guys for the second half a bit later.